It's Halloween, and fear is in the air.
Do you have a message for him?
Oh, that sounded a lot like Go Away. That really did.
From creepy dolls like this one that inspired Annabelle in The Conjuring,
Please, God. This is God.
to Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, to Ghostface in Scream. Audiences can't get enough of the terrifying. Now, the stars of these popular slasher franchises are here in the flesh.
Happy Scarefest!
Welcome to the sinister side of Comic-Con. This is Scarefest. If you like horror, this is paradise.
I never imagined that it'd become as big as it has.
This is my favorite time of year, and my most lucrative. Halloween has been very, very good to me.
And horror has been very good for Hollywood, especially this year, with blockbusters like Michael B. Jordan's Sinners, the highest-grossing original movie this decade.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do.
And you are?
I am. Your way out.
Principal Miller and Gladys.
To the supernatural surprise hit Weapons, about kids who go missing in the middle of the night.
I absolutely think we're in a new golden age of horror. Let's get into it. My honest review of Weapons.
The genre blowing up on social media as well. Content creator Heidi Wong has made it her business with nearly 6 million followers on TikTok and a podcast called Twisted Tales, where she dives into the history behind horror films.
Today, I'm going to discuss the real-life inspirations behind two iconic horror movies, The Ring and The Hills Have Eyes.
But why do so many people love to be frightened?
I love being scared. A heightened extra sixth instinct, you're like, where would I go, what would I do?
Nice to not be the only weirdo walking around for once.
The horror fans are so sweet because I feel like they get some of their negativity out in what they watch and what they do, but they enjoy it. They have fun with it.
At age 54, horror's favorite cop, David Arquette, hasn't lost his edge.
Couple decades.
Look out!
Only at a place like this does that happen in the back of an interview.
This is like, oh, mama.
Freaked me out a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Arquette was raised in a family of stars. But when a little slasher movie called Scream came along in 1996, he would find a new family with his co-stars Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox.
The killer's still on the loose, isn't he?
Come on, Sid.
Those murders are related.
Yeah, we were really fortunate to be able to have such an incredible cast and make these sort of friends that we've known for so many years.
It's the franchise that just can't be killed, with 6 films over nearly 3 decades.
He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
And next year, the 7th film will be released, with many of the original cast members returning.
Give me the scoop. Give me the details. Break some news here, David. Like, what do you got for me?
I can't say anything.
Come on.
There might be a little surprise or two in there for sure.
All right, but what have you seen in terms of the evolution of the fan? You know, because you've got kids that are fans of Scream now that weren't born when the first film came out.
I've met people that say, our first date was at Scream, and these are our kids, and they love the movies too now. So it's gotten this whole new generation, which has been really exciting. Part of it is all of these vendors and all of these artists that come from all over the place to sell their goods, and it just becomes this amazing ecosystem. This is so cool. Pizza Ghostface. That is absolutely amazing. The art's incredible.
I think franchises like Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street is timeless. The stories that they're telling can resonate with a lot of people. The scares are always really, really good. And they have this iconic villain character that goes throughout the entire franchise.
Arquette is not the only person the fans are dying to meet.
My very first movie to watch as a horror fan I was 11 years old, was Nightmare on Elm Street. So I kind of fell in love with the Freddy character and everything.
Robert Englund, at 78 years old, was honored today, on Halloween, with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
When I was a starving actor in Hollywood, I lived in Hollywood. I lived right up behind Hollywood Boulevard. It's just a really great personal honor.
Since it first terrified audiences in 1984, he's donned the fedora hat the bladed gloves, and the striped sweater 9 times as the nightmare killer, Freddy Krueger.
People like that jolt. It makes you feel alive. The cheap thrill of being scared in the dark is just something we need. It's a time you really have to kind of confront your own mortality. When you go to a horror movie, you kind of got to think of something bad could happen to me.
Nightmare on Elm Street spawned 8 sequels and was part of a new era of horror that was filled with camp and gore, like Friday the 13th and Halloween.
When you see the evolution of the genre over the last 40, 50, 60 years, what strikes you the most about how we've seen it change?
I love that we don't have to sit in the bad table by the kitchen in the commissary anymore in Hollywood. We were, a little bit judged.
But with all the horror and paranormal attractions here at Scarefest, it's Annabelle that has many completely spooked. The Raggedy Ann doll looks a little different from her movie counterpart. The real Annabelle has been on a nationwide tour, until now kept at the home of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren.
This is the worst thing in here. It's that doll. That has done bad harm on a lot of people.
So I've spent years reporting from conflict zones. I'm talking wars, embeds with Mexican cartels, armed rebellions, all fine. But what I'm about to do actually freaks me out.
So we're gonna try the Estes method, and it's kind of an experiment that's newish in the paranormal community.
Blindfolded and wearing noise-canceling headphones, the goal is to communicate with Annabelle through sensory deprivation and a spirit box scanning random radio frequencies.
Matt wants to talk to you.
Enough. That's what I heard. Enough.
So you're just done.
And another enough. No. Enough. Well, that was weird.
But things would only get weirder from here. We met up with Hollywood special effects artist Joe Castro.
This is my favorite blood here.
Your favorite blood?
Prop axe, right?
Oh yeah, it's super light.
It's super light.
What is it made of?
Paper towel.
Oh yeah, you can feel it.
Who transforms everyday people like me into the stuff of nightmares.
It turns basically into like a Band-Aid.
In less than 30 minutes, he gave me my very own horror movie makeover.
Do I look like I've had a rough day at the office?
Then it was time to see if my family would approve of my new look. First, I FaceTimed my wife.
Hey.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Then it was time to terrify my parents.
What do you think, Dad?
I think that's a problem. Are you on the news tonight?
No, I'm not on the news tonight. I have an axe in my face, Dad. So when you walk past things like this, right? Like there's Ghostface. Ghostface is everywhere, right?
Yes.
30 years after the original film, what goes through your head when you see that you're a part of something that is just a cultural phenomenon for generations now?
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
It's an honor to be a part of something that people love, that has staying power.
That Scream mask is definitely iconic. Our thanks to Matt.